Okay, so I want to start my YouTube channel up again, and I thought one of the best things I could do with this is talk about mental health, because I have been more open about it recently. I made a private Instagram account where I follow people I trust and my friends, where I talked about it. And I think it's important now just to take a step away from being private about this and go towards being more open about it. Because if I can help anyone, because it's what helped me. I saw one tweet where somebody mentioned intrusive thoughts, and it helped me. Like, it was what convinced me I wasn't crazy. Like, it was the first thing I'd ever seen. Because I wasn't educated by OCD. I didn't really know about it. But then I saw something like this and I was like, wait, this is how I'm feeling. Someone else gets how I'm feeling. I'm not going crazy. Woo! That's literally was my thought, because I thought I was. And it's scary because you think you're alone. But you're really not alone, I promise. So I thought, if I can be open about this, maybe it'll help someone. Maybe there's this slight possibility that somebody is going to feel the same way, and maybe I could help them be like, oh wait, I'm okay. At least I'm going to be more okay because somebody gets this, and that's what I want to do. Or if I can't do that, at least you can sort of understand what I'm going through and then what other people are going through. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do on here. So I hope you like it if you do watch this video. And I don't know if I need to do a warning on this or whatever, but basically I'm going to be talking about OCD. And it's quite... I'm going to go into detail, and it's going to not be nice details, and you're going to be a bit like, oh, I didn't realise you felt this way. But I do. And you can't tell from my Instagram, you can't tell from my Twitter that I feel this way, because you can't tell from social media how someone is, which I think is something we forget. Obviously, this is social media, but now I'm talking about it, you know what I mean. But I hope this helps. I hope this helps you understand, and just a warning, just please don't judge me. If I'm going to talk about this, this is terrifying for me. So please just try to be nice to everyone and whatever, but I'm really scared. But I'm going to do this because I think it... Okay, so my OCD really began back in 2015, where it definitely wasn't as bad. It was definitely quite simple at the beginning. It began with 2 bracelets, a pink and a blue one, and I had to wear them all the time because my head was like, if you wear these, you'll be okay. And then I lost them in June 2015, and I was fine in June. June was a great month for me. But then it got to July, and I went to Iceland, and I had a major panic attack. And I blame this major panic attack on the fact I wasn't wearing these bracelets. When my anxiety was probably triggered by the fact I'd hardly slept and I'd hardly ate. But I thought it was because of these bracelets. So when I got home, I searched my room high and low so I could find these bracelets. And I wore them up until this year. So 2 years. And then I lost them again. And now I don't wear them. They were on this wrist, and I don't wear them. It's sort of like a chain has been taken off my wrist almost, it's quite nice. Obviously, it's a simple thing. Like, you're like, it's only some bracelets, but like, I wore them all the time. I wore them at prom, and they did not go with my dress. But I felt I had to, or if I didn't, I would be so scared. I would be terrified almost. Like, I'd wake up and I wouldn't wear them one day, and I'd be like, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. And it would be awful for me. Like, I'd be panicking, and I'd be more likely to have a panic attack if I didn't wear them. So that was the start of it, but then it did get worse. It definitely developed over the years. So it started off quite simple, really, as I said. Say, for an I'm trying to think of examples so I can sort of explain this, but basically, I remember I was in a geography lesson, and I had to highlight something, and my head was like, if you use that orange highlighter, you'll be okay. Like, you'll feel okay. And I was like, okay, interesting. And I did, and I was like, oh yeah, I do, I feel good. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm a changed woman. Like, and then, so I used it as ways coping with my anxiety, because my anxiety was definitely really bad in high school. Like, it was like it was just every day, like, I was scared of being ill. Like, that's a huge thing for me, scared of being scared of being ill, yeah. So yeah, and then, so it started off with simple things, and then it definitely got worse. Like, I'd start washing my hands for longer than usual. I know washing hands is like a huge thing for a lot of people. Some people have like certain like rituals and stuff, but mine definitely changes. Mine, I do the same things, but I don't have a specific number for it. I do have specific numbers for other things, which you might know about. Like, if you know about OCD, you might know about these things. But for hand washing, it's not. But it definitely, I noticed it. That's when I started to notice, like, this is strange. This is probably isn't normal almost. Like, I was like, I'm going crazy. That was my first thought, even though they were simple things back then. But then it got worse. Like, at the start it was, if you do this, you'll feel okay. But then it changed to, if you don't do this, you'll feel bad. If you don't do this, something bad will happen. And I was like, oh, that's not a nice thought. So that I felt forced to do the things. Before I didn't feel as forced to do it, but now I did. I felt like I had to do these things, and I did. And they were simple, simple things. They were simple things back then. So it wasn't too bad, I guess. So I just sort of ignored it almost. Like, I didn't go out and do anything, so I was like, yeah. And then it got to the point where it wasn't me anymore. It was like, if you don't do this, something bad will happen to someone else. And that's what really did it. That's what really... There was a certain point where I realised that's when it got worse. That's when it got really bad. Because it was fine if it was me. It was fine if my head was like, if you don't do this, something bad will happen to you. Like, I was like, all right, it's me. If I don't do something, it's my actions. The consequence, it's fine. But the fact it was, if I didn't do something, something bad would happen to other people. And it wouldn't happen to other people. I know this. It's like two parts of my head are like battling each other. One part like, this is so irrational. Rachel, if you don't like write a word a certain amount of times, nothing bad will happen to someone. What is wrong with you? The other part's like, if you don't write this word 5 times, something bad's gonna happen to someone you love. And you're like, oh no, I'm gonna have to do it. But obviously there were simple things then. But it did get worse, and this is the bit I'm really scared of talking about. And I just don't want to be judged before I talk about this, but it was this year, well, not this year, it was last year now, because it's 2018. It was 2017, it was fairly recently, it was at the start of year 13, really, where basically I was like, if you don't, this is really hard, sorry, if you don't do something a certain amount of time, something bad will happen, and it was really bad. I did get to the point where I was hurting myself. I wasn't cutting myself, but like I was doing other things that aren't great. I don't want to go into detail because clearly this is upsetting me slightly. But yeah, it was really bad. And it was awful, and I was like, I'm probably going crazy or whatever. And that's when I decided I needed help, because it was awful. Like, I've got a scar on my leg now because of it. And it was really bad. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cry, so I'm talking strange, but yeah, it was really bad, and that's when I decided I needed more help, because I had help for my anxiety back in August, but then this was the changing point where I was like, I have to do something, and I did. I went to the doctors, I talked to them about it, and now I'm on certain things that make me feel this less, and I haven't hurt myself in a very long time. Well, a few months. I guess it started in September, so. But yeah, this is really scary just to be open about, and I'm scared now I'm going to be judged for it, but yeah, it feels good to sort of open up about it, and I just hope none of you are going to judge me for this, which is what I'm really scared of. This is why I'm scared of talking about it, because I'm scared you'll judge me. I'm scared people will judge me, or people will treat me differently, or people will look at me and think, she's the girl that's crazy, and like stuff like that or something. But that's sort of it in a nutshell. Maybe that's sort of what it's been like for me over the past few years. I've not gone into too much detail about the compulsions and stuff and the intrusive thoughts, because like I don't really want to, because clearly it does upset me talking about it. But I wanted to talk about it. That's what I wanted to do. I want to be open about it, because people just assume you're okay. You look at my social media and you're like, yeah, she looks happy. Didn't she go on all these nice holidays to like New York and Washington? She looks really happy. And it's like, when I'm there, my anxiety is terrible. My OCD is awful. Like, it's just, you just don't understand what people are going through until they tell you. And I feel like we need to think, maybe we should be more nice to each other. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe we could be. Maybe we could just not assume someone has something, but assume people are going through stuff that we don't understand, that we don't know about, and just try be nice. Try be respectful. Try not to judge people. Try not to look at people strangely when they're like moving something a certain amount of times, or touching the hair a certain amount of times, or just doing strange things that you probably think are strange, but they make me feel better, and I know I shouldn't do them, and I know I should try my hardest not to, but they do make me feel better. They make my anxiety better, but it's still bad. It still sucks, but yeah. So I just wanted to do this to maybe explain it more, and maybe you can understand it more than maybe a long post would ever do, or maybe whatever. And this is open, this is public, and I hope this sort of helps you understand maybe. Okay, final point is please talk to someone about it. Like, please. Talking to people about it changed me. Like, it really helped. Like, I still have these thoughts, I still have all this stuff, but I got the help I needed. I'm getting the help I need. I still am. I'm still getting it. And it's great. Like, it is helping me because I don't feel alone as much anymore. I don't feel as isolated. And I've felt isolated for 3 years because I haven't talked about it. I didn't talk about it enough, and now I am talking about it. I have friends I can talk to about it with, and it's great. It's a nice thing. It's nice just to be open about it. It's nice. Like, it's awful. At the same time, it's nice and it's awful. It's scary. Like, you don't know how someone's going to react. But everyone's been lovely when I've told them. People are more understanding now, which is really important. So if anyone ever tells you anything, be understanding, be respectful. Just try your hardest just to help other people. And that's just what I think. So if you need any help, please talk to someone. It doesn't have to be a doctor. It doesn't have to be a teacher. It doesn't have to be an adult or whatever. They can just be a friend. It could be a sister. It could be a brother. It can just be someone. It can be me. Like, you can message me on anything and I will be here. Sometimes I give good advice. If you explain it to me, I can help you. I will try my hardest. And other people will too. People are there for you. I think this is something I didn't know for a while. I thought the world's against me. People aren't there for me, but people are there for you. I promise. So please, if you relate to me with the OCD thing, or maybe there's other things, because there's so many other mental health issues that we don't talk about. But if you have anything, if you feel scared or whatever, just talk to someone, please, because I promise it helped me, and I promise it will probably help you. So if you watch this, thank you. Please don't judge me for being open, but I hope you have a great 2018, and I hope you are more open. I hope you are nicer to people, and I hope you just have a really great year.